there, this is Diamond from Diamond Shine Soap. Guys, I'm glad to see you today. Today we're going to be making some body shimmer oil. Now, I'm excited to bring this recipe to you guys because I've tested quite a few recipes and they all have one common issue, and I know you guys know, and that is it sinks to the bottom. Usually when you go to use your body shimmer oil or your body glow, the mica is usually on the bottom and the oil is on the top. Well, with this particular recipe that I'm going to be giving you guys inside of the Patreon or on my website, linked in the description box, you won't have that issue, okay? All right, so I'm going to tell you guys, I ended up testing this recipe for over a week because I wanted to make sure that it stays suspended. I wanted to make sure that the micas didn't sink to the bottom. In fact, I ended up testing out this one particular recipe at first, and this was more so like a body glow. I'm gonna take a little bit of it and just put it on my arm so you guys can see. It's not my skin color, but it's just giving you guys an example of what it does. So you can put glitter and stuff like that in it, customize the colors, also added fragrance, so you can have like a scent to it as well, okay? And then I have another recipe, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour this so you guys can see the viscosity of it, okay? Okay, so this is the second recipe. And this recipe is more like a shimmer oil, okay? So it has some mica in it and a lot of shimmer. So you'll see, I don't know if you can see it on here, but it's a lot of glitter inside of this recipe, okay? So you can maximize the recipe by putting more glitter in it, and I'll definitely leave that in the Patreon so you guys can see, or you can just leave it the way it is. Either way around, everything stays intact. You don't have to worry about any separation going on inside of your containers. So I'm using these containers, and I found these containers on Amazon. I really don't like them, but they were definitely good for photography purposes and stuff like that. But for me to sell it, I'm definitely gonna use like a bottle with a dropper, okay? All right, so this recipe, as you can see, it's not really like super thin. It's up to you on what kind of oils you guys choose to use. I myself used like a fractionated coconut oil. And then I used some sparkle glitter, and I also used some mica, not mica, but glitters that I found on Amazon. I really didn't want to invest a lot into this project because this is nothing that I plan on selling right now. I wanted to do it so you guys can see that it is possible to have body glow and shimmer oil without having the issue of it sinking to the bottom, okay? All right, so what you're gonna need for this is, I'm using some beakers. So if you want to use a beaker, you can use any kind of heat-proof container because you're going to have to double boil it. You're going to need, you can use grapeseed oil, you know, any kind of oil you want to use, but I use fractionated coconut oil because it's really light. So you can use like a light oil, safflower oil will work, sunflower oil will work, but I truly prefer for you to use like a fractionated coconut oil. And you're going to need your mica powders, okay? So with this particular recipe, in order to keep this mica suspended without sinking to the bottom, you are going to have to use a specific emulsifying wax, which I will leave in the Patreon. I will not be posting this on the YouTube simply because this type of product is hard to really find. It's really hard to find it. So I want to make sure that my people and Patreon get access to this ingredient before everybody on YouTube start trying to buy it up, and you know, and so on and so forth. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and put your emulsifying wax in here. Use the recipe that I give you guys in Patreon. If you want to double it, you could double it, you could triple it, you know, whatever you want to do. So you just go ahead and put your emulsifying wax in here. Now, this is no emulsifying wax that you will already have in your cabinet. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and weigh out your oil and pour your oil into this beaker. Now that we have combined our emulsifier and our oil, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a nice little hot water bath just to combine this and melt this down, and I'll be right back. Stir just to make sure everything is fully combined. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add my shimmer mica to this, and this is Body Safe Shimmer, okay? Go ahead and add a little bit of white gold mica to this as well. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and mix it together. Okay. You wanna make sure you get everything off the bottom. Okay, so you just kind of look at the bottom and make sure everything is off the bottom. So just kind of mix it together. Now, as this cool down, you want to make sure that you babysit it. When I say babysit it, it's best to just put it in the refrigerator, because the temperature in the refrigerator will cause it to drop really quick, and that will help you to continue to stir it and combine it just to keep the micas on top and so they don't sink to the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this in my refrigerator. A nice beautiful gold shimmer oil. It's a nice beautiful gold color, and it will remain that color, okay? It's like a white gold. It's really pretty, very, very beautiful. Okay, so we're just gonna give it a few more minutes and let it just cool down. You could pop it back in the refrigerator, or you could just sit it out on your countertop for about an hour. But like I said, just keep coming back and making sure that you mix it so everything can stay fully combined and there'll be no separation. Okay guys, so as this is cooling down, the next thing I wanna go ahead and do is I wanna go ahead and add a little bit of fragrance to this batch. Now, you don't have to add fragrance, but me, I like to smell a little something something inside of my shimmer oil, because it's oil. It's something that you're putting on your body. You're getting some glitter. You also want to have like a smell, okay? So you want to go easy on it, and you want to make sure that you are using Body Safe fragrance oil, okay? So that's very important. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this in. So this is one of my finished products. And as you can see, nothing separated. You see no separation, and it will stay like that. This is our finished recipe. I want you guys to let this sit out overnight before you post it for sale or anything like that, because you want to make sure that there's no separation, okay, in your batch. It should not separate at all. It will not separate at all if you follow the recipe to be exact the way I gave it to you guys. But sometimes, you know, you may mess up at one point. If you find that it separates, it's completely fine. All you have to do is add a little bit more of our famous emulsifying wax. If you add a little bit more of that, just kind of take your stick mixer and basically give it a nice blend. It will incorporate together. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you make this recipe. Like I said, it is in the Patreon, so if you click on the link in the description box, you will be so excited to see all of our candle making recipes, skincare recipes. All of this stuff is on our Patreon. Well guys, go ahead and give me a like, give me a thumb up, and make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you do not miss the next upcoming videos that will be posted on this channel. All right.